Venison Boneless Loin, also known as Backstrap. Here you can see exactly what the full boneless loin looks like. It still has a layer of fat on top. You can see in this picture how I've actually pulled the fat off, and when I did that there was two small pieces of meat that were sort of attached to the fat that I removed, and you can see that on the top right hand corner. The two pieces in the bottom still has its silver skin on. And then in this picture you can see how I have removed the silver skin, and it's in the top middle. And the silver skin and the fat is actually something I add to my bone box to make bone broth. I have actually cut the two smaller ends of the loin off. And this is for convenience of easier cooking, and also to make something different from the different parts of the loin. And this is what everything looks like before I start grilling it or cooking it. The top two pieces is the thick ends of the loin, sprinkled with salt. The two small pieces that fell off the fat, I made 2 kebabs from. And the two bottom pieces, the thinner ends of the loin, is actually, I cooked that similar to my tenderloin. So I heat up a cast iron pan to a pretty high temperature with a little fat in it. And I sear the thinner ends of the loin, very similar to the tenderloin, about 3 minutes per side. And I take it off the heat source and I let it rest for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. The other method is I heat up my grill to a pretty high temperature, so you can see it's over 700 degrees over here. And you can absolutely use a charcoal grill too. This is just much more convenient for me. And right here I put the 2 thicker pieces on the bottom end closer to the heat source, and I put the kebabs at the top further away from the heat source. I think I did about 4 minutes per side of these two. I don't completely check, I just sort of get a feeling, and I check it with my finger a little bit, and it's just something you have to get a feel for. And then once you take it off the heat source, you just let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes before you start slicing it up. We enjoyed it. This one is the pan-seared thinner end with a cilantro pesto. Here is the kebab in the same way on top of a salad. And I had a dirty rice stew over here, and I served. This is also again the thinner end of the backstrap that was pan-seared. And right here, this one was the thicker end that came off the grill. And this is served on top of a slaw salad. You're free to do and serve it however you'd like it, and as long as you enjoy it. Smakelijk eten!